just want the money!
Who made you judge and jury?
Well, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. No.
I'm not a good woman, okay? I promise you don't want me. I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't do 50-50. I'm smarter than you. I won't listen to you. I will stress you out. And I like to spend a lot of money, okay? We ain't compatible. Leave me alone. A hoe's final form is a religious woman.
Damn, nasty bitch. You're hairier than a motherfucker, too. Your personality ain't much to speak of either. Your cooking ain't shit. You ain't clean worth a damn. Nasty bitch. But I need...
Y'all niggas gonna pay for this shit. Locking this pimping in the closet.
Yo. Bitch, another town to step off the L and listen close. Chirac slang to a guy working in the cold from the Inglewood close. This how we really talking shy. Welcome to the strangers, no joke, no malingo, try to get lost. Stay dangerous when you roam.
Yo. Pay attention out of town, step with the L and listen close. Chirac slang to a guy looking in the cold from the Inglewood post. This is how we really talking to shy. Welcome to the trenches, no joke. Number lingo, ready to get lost. Stay dangerous when you wrong. In these streets, a blick years of pole. A drop beat the same when the bucket get pulled. Oh, I bet your enemy when he slide onto me, drilly but licking on the road. Lodging me frontin', acting like a solid burrito just. Yeah. The goofies are lame, soft naked trying to play tough. Get his goes on the app, for phonims are old. Swim at the bank, even really get chased. The gang rain is the highway to split Inglewood. Concrete guard on the make. Roseville is the strip. Warden chose brothers, wall spraying Podyssey wheels. City road with the mob of hood. Stood tall, get the mob at the nil. Every Hoover ain't can't get dead to build nations. Full of tramps, real urbanization. 2 keystrokes, 2 parties in silk. The diamond shining, flat wing with the paper. Up beef ain't just food, it's the war with the octane. People forgot it's the meal. Wow. It's the sergeant, jam shrews is the kick. Squares is the smoke, still a gill. Yo.
Pay attention out of town to step at the L and listen close. Chirac slang to a guy looking on the cold from the Inglewood post. This how we really talking shy. Welcome to the trenches, no joke. No malingo, ready to get lost. Stay dangerous when you roll.
That's just the way that we go. Oh, private Larry spills. I'm bills, nigga that Chirac slime. Have it take claw up, guys. From the rags to the bags. Fuck it to the shot.
Mr. O with the info.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to choose to donate, you can sock it to my pocket at Cash App, $MISTRO070. And you can hit my email if you want to go ahead and support the content.
Don't you want your donuts right? Oh, hey, don't you ever fuck with me, boy. Do you know me now? I'm a bad man.
What's happening, yo? It's your man, Mr. O with the info, giving you what you need to know, but you ain't here for me, though. It's 12:23 here in Windy City. Kind of beautiful day that day out here. Not too cold, not too hot, just right. Yep, we going to discuss and see from the modern day community's point of view. Is marriage really a scam? Now, I have my convictions about the modern state of affairs regarding this thing, the institution of holy matrimony, aka marriage, in which I don't think is all that holy. If you want to go ahead and ask me, gone are the days that we actually get married for biblical purposes and reasons, even though a lot of people want to use the Bible and everything in it to, I guess, manipulate, browbeat, shame into submission these people in the community, mainly the men. We get told that we're dogs. We don't want to be upstanding men of our so-called community. Don't want to go ahead and help these women that are single but with children, whose father either was pushed out the picture or, Lord forbid, he typical just up and left the crumb crusher and the girl behind. And it is up to us in a community to go ahead and save. Even though they told us they did not need no man, they didn't want to get married, they want to be under no man's tutelage, his provisions, his leadership, but they'll go ahead and say they want a partner. You know, they want to have equal footing in said relationship. When things are going well, they'll take all the credit though. When things are going bad, real bad, they go ahead and do a proverbial traditional thing and says it would. Hold on. What's the old saying? How does it go?
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
Always Jermaine's fault. When things go bad, of course. But now we have seen, personally me, I have seen since 2010. Since 2010, when I was like 23 going on 24, I literally start seeing and heard everything why these women do not want to be in a long-term relationship. You know, they want to do the ride or die thing. That's when hookup culture and situationships was on the rise. You know, it really got in high gear in 2011, but 2010 was the building blocks of this quagmire that we're in now in 2026. It takes time for things to come and become the status quo. It only took 16 years for us to destroy the moral fabric of what people for millennia have been doing to keep civilizations going. Only took 16 years. 16 years, a little device called smartphone, and a couple of apps called Snapchat, Instagram. You know, it really changed everything and what we're dealing with now. Back for round two. What's going on, Skinner? What's happening, Joe? What's happening? So I'm just going on a tangent real quick, just trying to build up, see everybody come in here. I actually think I got I think I got a poll. Let me go put that poll up real quick. Pause. Damn, where's the poll at? Now, let me go on my phone. See, we have been saying for the longest over here on this platform that marriage, if we're not going by the biblical reasoning or purpose of so-called marriage, then for the man, it's indeed a scam. I mean, what's in it for us? What's really in it for us to go ahead and sign a contract? First of all, we not getting submissive And I know the virgin thing is kind of a slippery slope. I mean, it's preferred to have a virgin, but if you really do, I mean, have you ever been around a virgin? I mean, but to each his own. I mean, we want to go and do things the right way, logically, but when it's actually presented, it's not really what we thought and envisioned would be. So we were not getting submissive women. We're not getting cooperative women. We got headstrong, strong, independent women. Some of them never even seen what a wife actually is and what does, let alone want to become one. Then we they want to go back to when women that have no rights, they can't open up a checking account. They had to be on a man's thumb and all that bric-a-brac. But ironically, once they got that little piece of freedom and they basically said F the patriarchy, they always found a way to always ask for them same men to come back, even though for the last 50 some years we've been living in this so-called equitable society, in which we should have seen women get on one knee, proposing to niggas and all that stuff. You would think that would happen in an equal society. I mean, Sadie Hawkins dance was one of the things, but do they even have a Sadie Hawkins dance anymore? Even Bumble was supposed to be the catalyst app of this new era, in which the strong, independent woman who always said that she knows what she wants can literally pick whatever man she wants and basically shoot her shot. In 10 years, that went back from she could shoot her shot and talk to the man that she really want to, until now she asks them same men to go ahead and say, forget all that app stuff. Now shoot your shot first. I want to see that. Yeah. We in that day and age. They want traditional men, but they still want to be modern women. And that's the problem we'll be having today. I got some clips. I want to hear from these women's viewpoint. And we're going to hear from men from yesteryear, even a current one from 50 Cent saying marriage is a scam. So let's go ahead and let me find this poll real quick. I got to find this poll. Pause. Hey. Okay, there we go. I just put the poll on the screen. Feel free to go ahead and tap it. You know what I'm saying? We get the results in a minute. But let's go to the crooks and what brought us here. What the hell? I'm gonna keep that one. Hold on. Say right there, Mr. O had to do some clean up. Hold on. Yep, I'll post. All right. Let's find out what we are dealing with today. Dang. Hold on, man. Because I know I saved this. I know I saved it. Hold on. Here we go. All right. So we have a young lady on Instagram who basically said that marriage is a scam. Let me go ahead and bring her to the screen and see what she has to say. Hold on one second.
have children. A lot of women do not want to sit down with just one fucking man. And the reason being why is because dating and marriage is a fucking reason why a lot of women do not want to get married anymore. A lot of women do not want to have children. A lot of women do not want to sit down with just one fucking man. And the reason being why is because we have come to the freaking realization of who we are as fucking women and our power and our fucking value. And this is why they look down on sex workers. This is why they look down on why a lot of women do not want to get married anymore. A lot of women do not want to have children. A lot of women do not want to sit down with just one fucking man. And the reason
Sorry, I was muted. But yeah, dads don't want to sit down. Outside is too fun. He did. And she gave some I guess some good examples. What were some of the examples she said?
Reason being why is because we have come to the freaking realization.
Top 5 reasons people be asking where the hoes.
Hold on.
Why a lot of women do not want to get married anymore. A lot of women do not want to have children. A lot of women do not want to sit down with just one fucking man. And
that part too. I mean, they don't want to sit down and build, that big struggle of, what I'm saying? I think I got to do a song on that. If you ain't heard my other song from last night, Smooth Operator, what I'm saying? Go to my last broadcast. It's in about the 6-7 minute mark. I might even play this song at the end of the show. Yeah. See, I got to do a song on struggle of. It just seems that they don't want to go ahead and actually build with a man, even though that would show that you actually cared and that you actually ended with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of feel bad because I was sold a bad bill of goods as a youth when the Gen X was getting all the ride or die, gullible, naive chicks. You know what I'm saying? The legit ones and the illegal ones. You know what I'm saying? They had all these somewhat gullible, naive chicks. They ain't gonna say gullible. I mean, some of them actually was kind of smart. They got in what they fit in. Sometimes just didn't work out. Seen it happen, but us millennials, I only probably seen a couple, even in my own personal life, in my own relationships. I only had about a couple ride or die chicks, both when I was doing illegal shit and legal shit. And Gen Z, whew, man, Gen Z women already said they ain't doing no struggle love, they ain't doing no ride or die stuff. You know what I'm saying? They are asking what the money up out front, and it's cool. It's cool, but just don't come back around. Wipe your yanni. Go to a couple of church sessions in a month. Even try to become part of the damn choir and want to go ahead and say that I'm grown, I'm mature, I have I got a bad, but I want to get married. No. But let's continue.
And the reason being why is because we have come to the freaking realization of who we are as fucking women and our.
Well, what realization is that? I mean, we hear you, women. We hear you roar. We hear all this stuff, but marriage. What else y'all got? We know y'all got the degrees. Y'all run these careers, most educated. Even whether we still using that now. Most educated, even though these Gen Z say they can't even fucking read. Y'all got these careers and all that. Even though AI and layoffs has been happening, y'all been boo-hooing on TikTok for the last couple of years about it. Yeah. You lose. They say they lose everything. Like what? A lot of y'all aren't coming with much to begin with. I mean, even though y'all say y'all at the table and whatnot, but y'all not really coming with much. Let's go and look at her other what's her name?
Dating and marriage is a fucking scam. I
Here we
said
go.
what I said. Men know that when they're dating you, that they only have to invest in you for like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even 3 months. So, and they know once they got you, once you got the title of a girlfriend, once you got the title of a fucking wife, once you got the title of that, they know that boom, they got themselves a self-made, self-home, cook, clean, and sex. They know that they got that down the bag and they never have to act outside of that. And they be able to get these things for free. This is the reason being why men hate workers, the ones that be out. They hate them because why? Because each time that they go to them, they have to pay for it. This is why being a girlfriend, being a wife is bullshit. It's dumb. It's a scam. This is why they can't stand to deal with workers unless they want the idea of having a quote unquote wife and woman at home because it's easy access. It's easy to access that woman all the time. So she's always there, bro. She's always there to cook, clean, and do whatever else it is that you need that woman to do for free, for fucking free. So that's why that is.
Is it really for free though? I mean, think about it like this. I know they the term "I could do all bad by myself" really hits different when you actually ask them. So, if I wasn't in the picture, when you had to do this all by yourself and had to pay all that full cost, even when you go to the supermarket, when you try to go ahead and buy food for yourself, it costs more when you buy just a little fuse and two just to support your appetite throughout the days and week. And that's the reason why supermarkets make things for bulk for families, so you get a discount because you're trying to feed more than one person. Wouldn't it be more expensive if you had to go to Whole Foods and get the alkaline water, get the fruits and vegetables and poultry and the protein department, and it come out a little bit higher? But I'm just saying, but yeah, it ain't for free. It ain't for free. But I mean, so marriage is a scam for who? Scam for who?
Is the reality of why men do not like a free, wild woman. They don't like that because they're not able to control and contain and restrict that said woman. Dating and marriage is.
Hold on. I think she got some more egregious shit. Let's continue. Yeah, this shit is Wait.
These are my top 3 favorite men to trick on me. Now, you have number 1, old. You have old men. So old men know that they're growing in age and they know that they're losing their value and they know that they only have a limited time.
What? Scanners all said, oh, what's up, Maxwell Hall of Fame? See you right there. What's good, bro? Peace to you, bro. Scanner said they also most HIV. Yep. Oh, yep. The HIV. Yep. The HIV. Yep. Brag about that. Let's continue.
So a lot of the times when they come across young girls, they know that they're gonna have to pay for it because who wants to be with the old man? Let's be for real here.
I mean, that comes with the territory, and I mean, if we older, I mean, we can't figure that, but how can I say this? It doesn't work in reverse because they really believe that they get better with age, and you know what I'm saying, they could demand and have standards and shit like that well into their fucking 70s, you know. And find it ironic once they try to use the same games that old men do at their age, and they can't, and it doesn't work. That's when they really cry foul. And I could tell she a demon the way I got this on the freeze frame and her eyes is like that. You know what I'm saying? I just know she a demon, but she got a nice rack right here. I would not lie. And the thighs is what's her name? So, I mean, she might be a good $40 for $40 holler late at night.
So number one definitely would be an old man. Number two would be someone that is not so much attractive, someone that is not so much attractive to the eye, rather.
So it goes in this order, you know what I'm saying? Us old niggas, medium ugly, or whatever that term or phrase is now, medium ugly, what AKA means average.
They can be really short, really fat, really skinny, whatever it may be. They know for a fact guaranteed that they're doing us a favor for us to even be with them, especially if we're out in public or going places with them. They know that just being next to us, sitting next to us, is a fucking privilege, and they're willing to pay for that shit.
The eyes, Chico. Hold on. I gotta play it. I just now noticed the eyes, bro. I just now noticed the eyes. And y'all know what I say about them damn eyes. Hold on.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
They never lie. They never lie. Yeah, you could tell with them eyes that she's seen a lot of dingoes in her life. That's that classic 1,000-eye cock stare that we have talked about good people on this podcast and many others like it. How can I say this? What she says marriage takes from her: labor, youth, sex, identity, freedom. What she does not mention, marriage gives her: legal claim on income, house, benefits, social status, kids as leverage. A story where leaving makes him the villain. What marriage takes from him if it fails: have to store future wages, access schedule, reputation, and years. I mean, years he can't get back. A scam, you can exit with the house. It's not a scam. That's a job with a severance. A scam, you exit with a bill, is a contract. Guess which gender story made it to family court? I'll wait. Those households, with the female breadwinner, they like to throw that in the media too. They are breadwinners now. You could be a stay-at-home dad. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you go in the kitchen and the garage? I'm surprised nobody came up with that. You know what I'm saying? No woman said tell these dudes to go into in the garage and then the kitchen. I'm surprised they ain't that clever, but it is what it is. Those households are a small slice of marriages and a disproportionate slice of divorces. The I held him down story and the I out-earned him, so I left story could live in the same culture. Crazy work. Let's hear from some wise men about this particular matter of fact. Let me go ahead and find some I got some other clips too. Let me go ahead and find the other clips real quick. Yeah, I might be here for a while. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, let me find that video. There we go. No, that's on Facebook. Hold on. Yeah, see, they put themselves in a situation now in which they can't get out of. Yeah, let me use this one. All right, we back. We reloaded. Hold on. Let me go ahead and bring this up to the screen. Yeah, I know it's been a while. It's been a while. Oops, wrong one. Wrong one. Here we go. Man. Yeah, this ain't for the faint of heart. It's damn, man, where the clip go? I just had the motherfucker. See, this why I be hating about gotta go through different music, go to the originals.
A true goddess, a true.
Yeah. We done with you right now. Let me find that motherfucking clip. Yeah. I'll just save that motherfucker. Hold on. Anyway, we got a chick that's talking about how marriage is a scam and everything. Hold on, man. Let me stop sharing this shit. And let me refresh it. Technical difficulties, y'all. Technical difficulties. Here we go. Bam. 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 Let me bring this motherfucker back up to the screen. Over here tweaking this shit. There we go.
Signifies the ownership of women, and I disagree with it as a concept as a whole. And if you're not new to my page, you know that I have no intention of ever getting married. I relish in the idea of being single. I do not want to have any children. And I relish in the idea that for the first time, I'm one of the first generations of women who have the freedom to not participate in any of those things. Never had any plans to get married. I did not want to get married, and I did not agree with the institution of marriage.
You told a whole bunch of women not to get married. Don't get married. If you're on the fence, don't do it. It's a construct that is going to hurt you. It signifies ownership and slavery. You said all of those things to women. And then went and got married, honey, or engaged. Although I don't know if this guy sees these videos, maybe he'll be like, ooh, can I have that ring back? See you later.
I believe that marriage signifies.
Mm-hmm. And she the one that ended up getting sent all her folk so-called followers off and basically went and got married. Right. Let's hear from one of these liberal simp ass motherfuckers too, you know what I'm saying, that want to defend some of these women in chicanery.
Straight women are giving up on dating, not because they don't want to date or they don't want romance or even because they're dissatisfied with the dates themselves, but because they are dissatisfied with how they're being treated in modern relationships. This is a recent economics paper titled, and I love this, Winning the Bread and Baking It Too. One of the things the authors found is that single women spend, on average, slightly more hours per week on housework than single men. But when they get married, women's time on housework grows to about double that of men's. If they have kids, it becomes triple or quadruple. And if you think, well, maybe that's because men are busy out making money, I've got some news for you. The study looked at how housework breaks down in opposite-sex marriages where both partners work. In homes where the female to male wage ratio is between 0.25 and 0.5, and that is to say women make between 1/4 and 1/2 of what their husbands make, women spend just over twice as many hours per week on housework as their husband. And that's not so surprising, right?
Yes, it is. I mean, did they have an agreement, motherfucker, about who's gonna be staying in the house and doing all this stuff? I mean, the whole you need 2-income household, I get it, but also don't. See, you need 2 income to do the things out there, or the so if a couple with dual income and no kids are called dinks. Wouldn't that make couples dual income with kids, would that make them dicks? Pause. I'm just saying, like, we call dual income no kids dinks. Wouldn't that also mean that dual income with kids, you know what I'm saying, the W is silent, wouldn't that make them dicks? Yep, that's fine. Yep, that's fine. All right. Let me finish this real quick.
The husband earns more at work, the wife works more at home. But let's see how that changes when we look at couples where the wage ratio is between 0.5 and 1. In other words, where the wife earns anywhere from half her husband's salary to the same amount as him. These are their hours spent on housework. It's exactly the same as that other bar chart. She's making nearly the same salary as him, but still putting in twice as many hours at home. So, okay, let's look at what happens when that wage ratio pops up to between 1 and 2. Household where the wife makes more than her husband, like up to twice as much. Surely they're doing equal housework. Nope, it's the same again. Nothing changes. All right, last bar. Homes where the wife earns more than twice her husband's salary. These are the high-powered.
Yeah, and how big in numbers, old simp, is that actually plausible? I mean, yeah, he talking a real good game, but I already know he's one of these dudes trying to go ahead and pander to the white female audiences and make them feel all comfortable and ish. And we know in so-called Brad and Becky world that ain't really all the way true. We know this. Make sure I got that. So this dude wants you to believe that all this smoke and mirrors that the media has been putting out about us men not being good, I guess, supplemental partners to our career-driven spouses, that we're just in her way, like that she could do this all by herself, but when she can't do it by herself, it's all also our blame.
Executives, corporate attorneys, there's no way they're coming home and scrubbing toilets while the husband plays video games, right? Yep, they are. Even the women who literally financially support their husbands, they still do all the housework. There's a lot of play here, but mostly it comes down to social expectations. Married women are still expected to perform all the duties of a 1950s housewife while now also holding down a career as demanding as their husbands.
Didn't they fight for this jerk off? Women gotta go ahead and still do traditional things of a 1950s housewife and still gotta go. Well, you know, men gotta do the same thing of dudes from the 1920s, 1930s. Y'all just want to go ahead and talk about the 50s, but how we used the 50s. Y'all still want us to go ahead and be traditional men from the 1950s, you know, the ones that oppressed y'all, the ones so-called abused y'all, the so-called ones that left y'all barefoot pregnant and let y'all go open up a bank account. But also wants to be these progressive, weak-rested, no muscle mass, no testosterone, no base having ass dudes like this one on the screen with these so-called unk-T. Not we got the auntie glasses, and this dude rocking around with the unk-T glasses. Yeah. Max Fisher Show. Yeah. I gotta get credit with credit, dude. Let me finish.
Getting married means their workload doubling and their husband's getting cut in half because now someone is bringing home a second salary and taking care of all the homework. So you can see why more and more women are asking, why bother with the hassle of dating at all? The end result is so unappealing. To me, the person who best summed this up is a writer and actually a former colleague of mine. We co-hosted a podcast for a while named Erin Ryan. She wrote, compared to being single, men see being married with children as beneficial. Women see being married with children as detrimental. Men want their fathers' lives, and women don't want their mothers. A lot of women, straight women,
they don't want their so-called mothers' lives. Yeah. Yeah, these women that will really talk y'all into a good game. I don't think I want to. Let's hit some more goalpost moving chicanery.
Here is something I wish more people understood about women who walk away, women who choose themselves. No woman leaves unless the alternative feels better than staying. No woman chooses to uproot her life, split her family, and change everything she has built for fun. Women do not walk away from homes, marriages, shared histories, the father of their...
Whoa. I thought women are selfish. Like, she wants a divorce because she wants all this alimony money and all this. I once spoke to a wife who divorced her husband, and she was just going through the divorce. She said, Josh, divorce for me was a lot like getting a surgery. She said, at first I tried the pills of dates and talking to him. I tried the herbs and all the remedies of, complaining and trying to get my needs met in every way I could. Hell, I even saw other specialists by myself. I even prayed to God to try to make it work. But when the pain and the symptom was still there and I was grieving every day and I wasn't getting my needs met and I was silently suffering, the only way I felt like I could heal myself was to get that damn surgery, was to go in there, to risk so much, to go through the pain of it, the recovery that I know I was going to have to go through for potentially months and months and months. That was better than going through the day-to-day process with my husband where he wasn't changing and I was going through pain every single day with him. Look, she is not crazy. Okay, I know women are emotional. Yes.
Oh, yes, she is. Yeah. She literally considered divorcing up there with surgery. Wow. These white boys.
But crazy? No. She has looked at your life with you, and you have to recognize at one point she was deeply, madly in love when you were a certain type of man. Yeah, she may have changed, but she's grown. And I've seen with most men, they haven't. They got complacent. They let their shadows and their shame and this false blueprint of who they thought they should be to make their wife happy come into the story of their marriage. She had no other option in her mind. But there is a way to actually get her back. You just have to look at yourself and say, what behaviors in myself led to this? From my own shame, my own past stories, my own sabotaging, self-limiting beliefs, and how do I correct that? That's what I specialize in. If you need help with that, just message me down below in the DM.
Man, y'all dudes really even with the fucking weak ass music. Man.
We're waiting.
I don't understand why you insist on learning things the hard way, Trey, but you gonna learn. Oh yeah, you gonna learn.
Yeah, y'all gonna learn. Y'all really gonna learn out here, bro. This is sick. This is really sick. Hold on, I think I got some more. Hold on. Yeah. Remember this chick right here?
20 years, but about 3 years ago, I was strongly considering divorce, and I want to talk to you about why. So I'm going to tell you the story of the day where I thought to myself, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. My husband and I had 4 kids. We both worked full time. We had been together for 16 years at this point. We've been together since high school. And on paper, I have an amazing husband. He is incredibly supportive. He's kind. He's loyal. He's a great dad. He's very hands-on. He's an active participant. He's always present. Like on paper, what else could I ask for? But in reality, my experience is very similar to the experience of other women. I had this amazing husband who on paper was great, but I was incredibly frustrated and burnt out from our marriage and from motherhood. Because what happens to so many of us is that we marry these amazing men and we have amazing relationships and then we have kids. And when we have kids, women tend to carry a disproportionate amount of the work in the home, the work of raising kids, and the mental load. And that is exactly what happened to us. About 3 months after my fourth baby was born, I remember looking at my husband and saying, I need more. I need you to do more. I am exhausted. I am in charge of everyone and everything in this house. Every night when we cook dinner, you ask me what to make. Every day when you drop off the kids at daycare, you ask me what they need in their backpacks. I am the project manager of this home and I need you to do more. And he looked at me and he said, okay, just tell me what to do, right? Every woman has heard this. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And I said, okay, something that would make my life easier is if in the mornings when I came downstairs with the 4 kids, because I do mornings by myself, the dishwasher was emptied, the dishes were put away, and the trash was taken out. That would make my life so much easier because when I've got the 4 kids running around and the baby crying, I can't be looking for their favorite water bottle in the dishwasher. I just need to know it's clean.
And y'all, just give y'all emphasis on her husband is actually a fucking lineman. Just to give y'all a picture. So a guy that got climb up on a wood. That guy climb up on an electrical pole, pause, and make sure everybody in that whole region has power, even through some of the harshest conditions known to man. Still got to go up there, go on the wires, mess with high voltage electricity. And you know that majority of workplace deaths on the job is men, like 96%. So even in that profession, he has a high chance of not coming home. But here she is. Trash. Clean up the dishes or something. Yeah. Let's go ahead and move around from this right quick. Let me go ahead and go with my grok real quick. I gotta find something real quick. Hold tight. As a matter of fact, let me go and play a scene for my sponsor real quick.
Sean P. Diddy Combs has been using Proactive Solution for years since his New York dermatologist recommended it.
During the time when I had an album out, I was more in the public eye, so I definitely had to take care of this problem. I couldn't be in the public eye with, pimples all on my face.
Proactive combines multiple medications with soothing spa-quality botanicals to create a powerful acne-fighting system. You can heal acne today and help prevent new breakouts tomorrow.
Like 2 weeks later, my skin had started to really smooth out and clear up. One of the things about Proactive is it moisturizes my situation, it preserves my sexy, and then I'm off to doing what I need to do. I felt like it's something that I wanted to share with people because it's something that I really use. To me, I just think it's worth a try.
You have nothing to lose and so very much to gain. Go on. Call now.
Yeah, that's a word from our sponsors right there over that Proactive. You know what I'm saying? Diddy was the spokesperson back in the day. Clear skin and whatnot. Let's move over to, and you know what? This is a crazy word because I kind of can't stand this shit, but I will smash her. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know some dude did her dirty, and she just on the what's the name tell and want to go and tell us niggas down. But I ain't gonna lie. Let's bring this shit up to the screen. Sovereign woman. Yeah. Let's hear what she got to say.
And welcome back to my channel. I am the Sovereign Woman. Today we're going to talk about marriage being a scam. Ladies, did y'all know that? Did y'all know marriage is a scam? So anyways, y'all know, if y'all been following me for a while, you know I am anti-marriage because I have a lot of reasons. But the main thing is I'm not going to be taking on no extra work. The only way I could ever see myself getting married is if the man that I married, he would have to sign so many documents. There would have to be so many clauses, contracts, prenups, postnups, all of that. Like that's the only, you know what I mean? And in order to avoid going through all of that, it's just easier for me to just stay single. But I don't see marriage as a benefit at all. And as a matter of fact, I came across this video. Some of you guys may have seen this because it's been floating around social media, but I finally got around to doing my reaction to it. This particular woman asked AI, is marriage a scam? And I want you guys to take a listen to what AI or ChatGPT said about marriage being a scam.
AI, can you explain how marriage is a scam in your most feminist raging voice?
Oh, you want the gloves off version? Okay, here it comes. Brace yourself. Marriage, as it's been sold to women for centuries, is one of the biggest scams ever perpetuated. It's been packaged like a fairy tale, but functions like a contract where women give up freedom, labor, youth, and often their dreams. For what? For the illusion of stability and a title. Meanwhile, men have historically used it as a way to secure unpaid domestic labor, emotional caretaking, and consistent sex, without ever truly being required to evolve emotionally or spiritually. The patriarchy sold us this idea that our worth is tied to being chosen. But let's be real. Being chosen often just means being selected for how well you can serve someone else's needs. And while women are out here cooking, cleaning, managing homes, raising children, and holding down jobs, men are still asking, what do you bring to the table? The audacity. And when it ends, who loses more?
And they had to use a male voice. This is sick. Let me fast forward this shit. I ain't trying to hear none of this bullshit.
To manipulate. And that ripple effect, it's massive.
Because I don't want to inherit a bunch of extra work, unpaid labor, right? They want you, these men, and it doesn't matter what type of man you marry. Any man that wants to get married is typically, and I'm saying the average man, like 9 out of 10 of them only want to get married so that they can have a woman to do free labor. If they didn't have a wife, they would have to pay someone to do all the things.
Okay, let's go ahead and use apples and oranges. Okay, let's just say that y'all cook and clean for us so-called shiftless knuckle dragging men out here. Okay, let's say y'all actually so-called wipe our behinds and feed us off the the tap like y'all mamas or whatnot. So when the toilet go out, the pipe is leaking and under the sink. When you need the trash, my favorite pastime. You know, they'll tell you all this stuff. They can move mountains, they can do all this stuff, but for some fucking reason, they cannot take out a fucking trash bag. And also, my other fucking favorite, I know a lot of dudes ain't never put this together. They probably seen it, but they never actually observe it and whatnot. Y'all know how they always complain about us men leaving up the goddamn toilet seat. You know, they'll be like, you know, you could at least put down the toilet seat, you know, it's women here. I'll be like, you know what? You're right. And you know what? It's men here. And when I go down and take a leak in the fucking toilet with the toilet seat up, I shouldn't have to see your two little no, your whole big rolled up pieces of toilet paper. Even though you only took a little tinkle, you roll up half the damn toilet paper roll, put it in the damn toilet paper, into the toilet, and then fucking flush it. Have y'all ever experienced women never fucking flushing the goddamn toilet? I'm just saying. I had to do a lot of janitorial work in my old jobs back in the day, and ironically, this is why I found out that, you know, us dudes, we are some heathens, we are some nasty asshole. But when I went to the ladies' restrooms, locker rooms and stuff like that, I ain't gonna lie, I was appalled. Real talk. Flush the goddamn toilet. But anyway, let her continue.
Things that they actually want from a wife. They want a woman who can cook. There are chefs that get paid a yearly salary to cook for people. You, as a wife, would be doing it for free. They're going to want somebody to clean their house. That's something called a housekeeper or a maid. They get paid to do that job. You, as a wife, would be doing it for free. Child rearing. There's babysitters, AKA, or nannies. You would be raising your children, most likely alone as a married single mother, for free.
Wait.
To do that job. You, as a wife, would be doing it for free. Child rearing. There's babysitters, AKA, or nannies. You would be raising your children, most likely alone as a married single mother.
As a married, you know what? A married single mother.
What you want me to do? Lie to you? Just because you post syrup on shit don't make it pancakes, you know what I'm saying? All you could see was that number one thing, that butt. I don't even know why you thought that was so tough. Because she got the snapping nappy dugout. The snapping nappy dugout? Snapping nappy dugout.
Yeah, mine is a terrible thing to waste. Back to the titties. What's going on?
Yeah, I guess we go back to the titties, man. Fuck this shit. Yo. For real, though. A married single mother, sovereign woman, really? Yeah, I know you out here, trying to get your little fuse and twos, trying to go ahead and take as many women down to this path of hell with you. Yeah, it's sad, really, tragic, really. But anyway, I'm gonna let her finish. Hold on.
For free. There'll be other people out there getting paid to do this stuff. If he needs somebody to set appointments and run errands, there are personal assistants out there that are getting paid to do that. But you, as a wife, would be doing it for free. So when I clock out of my regular job, I am not coming home to clock into what they call the second shift, like I always say, which is cook, clean, nanny, running the errands, keeping the household up, raising the children, all under the guise of, I was a wife now. That's it. That's all you get. A ring if you're lucky. And that's it. You're just going to be doing all this extra stuff. And men know this because they would have to pay for all of those things out of their pockets. They would have to pay for.
And you don't think you? Hold on, man. You don't think you will have to pay out of? You know what? I know what she's gonna say. She don't think she had to pay out of pocket for all the maintenance around her house or her car, or anything. And don't forget, this chick right here is a truck driver, on the road truck driver. I want to know how many maintenance workers, diesel mechanics, and diesel fuel distributors that are men that she got to go ahead and ask for help. I wonder. And shout out to the diesel mechanics out there, and shout out to the diesel fuels and all the truck drivers out there. You know what I'm saying? If you run on the highways and byways on your Bluetooth, I hope you got your Bluetooth in. I don't want you to hurt nobody out here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to choose to donate, you can sock it to my pocket at Cash App, $mensrights 070. And you can hit my email if you want to go ahead and support the content.
Don't you want your donuts right? Oh, hey, don't you ever fuck with me, boy. Do you know me now? I'm a bad man.
Yeah. Let her continue. I'm gonna go to the next clip.
For a cook, a chef, all of that. But if they just get a wife and play this game and play this role, like, oh, I want a wife, you know, she has to know how to cook and clean, and she has to know how to do this and that. And men get together and they have this cult where it's like, let's make the women feel like their lives are not worth anything if they don't have a husband, right? This is all an elaborate scheme. So you got women out here thinking that they're better than other women just because you've become someone's servant. Like, make it make sense. There's a lot of women out there who think that single women are jealous of them. And it's like, we can become a servant slash maid slash slave just like you if we really want it. A man is the easiest thing to get.
A man is the easiest thing to get because we're easy. Until, see, they only talk about men being easy because man actually wants you. They haven't really deal with men that don't want their monkey ass in the first place. I mean, not in no homoerotic or homo nature type of thing. I'm talking about, like, you could look like Sovereign Woman on a scale of 1 to 10, she could be a good 6.5. You know what I'm saying? She even got the collarbone, nice brown skin, and all that good stuff. And, you know, the drawn on eyebrows and all that. But yeah. But even though she aesthetically looks appealing, a lot of dudes will not want to deal with her because of her mouth. And you know that she got a messed up little snarky little attitude, you know what I'm saying? Think she better than every person, including women probably too. Yeah. But they never thought about it like this. Like, the reason why we easy because we are basically nice people. We actually want to go out, put ourselves out there in the world. We actually like, I guess, trying to keep an open mind. And I don't know, maybe we see something that we like and we actually pursue and trying to go ahead and conquer it. I'm you know what, like men do, but we're easy.
Getting married is not hard to do. You're not special because some man chose you to be his slave. Please make no mistake. So these
and you're not very special when a man chooses you to be his little whore either. But whore's winning? Crazy word. Let me go ahead and go on to another clip. Oh, shit. Hey, but Sovereign Woman, if you ever come across this broadcast and you want to go ahead and become back into the swing of things, you need that masculine touch. Go ahead, give me shoot me an email. I ain't about to be in your inbox, you know what I'm saying, but you can shoot me an email. It is what it is. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Let's listen to this tether chick right here.
This conversation. Marriage is sex work. I fear that after today's conversation, I may lose a lot of you. Not because I've said anything.
You already lost. All right, so they call marriage basically slavery. Now this crazy tether chick right here that has just been talking crazy over the years, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really checked her for it, you know what I'm saying? And shame on you clowns out there for not doing it. Now this chick gonna say that marriage is prostitution. Marriage is prostitution.
What am I, your ghetto tour guide, man? What's wrong with you, man? Y'all got all this equipment in here and y'all don't know shit, man.
Got all this equipment, all this internet, got all this on what's the name and don't know ish. Don't know ish. Hold on. You know, sometimes I get mad when I don't be online. You know, people don't hit my line. I'll be just my phone be dry and whatnot. But as soon as I want to go ahead and do some live streams and do something productive with myself before I go and do some more productive stuff called work, here come ding 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 ding. Always. Let me go ahead and press play and listen to some of this goofy shit.
Anything that's awful, but because you're not going to like this conversation. The reason I say you're not going to like this conversation is because if you are married or if you aspire to be married, this episode will be the equivalent of someone coming out of nowhere and kicking down the sandcastle you just spent the past 2 hours meticulously building. And that sandcastle represents the dreams that women have built around men. Notice that the castle is made of sand. And what happens to a castle built out of sand on a beach? It gets washed away by the water. And that washing away is what I will be doing today. But I always say it is better that somebody who is in familiar community with you, i.e. a woman to woman coming to you as woman, it's better that a woman kicks down this sandcastle because she'll at least do it with care. As opposed to when a man kicks down the sandcastle carelessly, recklessly. My name got pulled back into the conversation about this topic. There was a woman on Twitter who was talking about her outlook on her marriage. And I'm actually going to read this woman's tweets because, well, it's one tweet. But I think that it will just add some meat, some flavor, some Maggie to this conversation. Because it's important, right? That we also include the perspective of women who are actually married. So this is what the married girlies, the Nigerian married girlies are doing. So this lady said, no, sex doesn't necessarily equal provision, but in marriage, both are part of the covenant. A husband owes his wife provision, just as a wife owes her husband intimacy, not as a transaction, but as mutual responsibilities that keep the marriage alive.
What's up with the smug look on your face? I mean, that's kind of what this is. I mean, you just want me to give, and you keep taking without, you know what? That's pretty much it.
This is very much a transaction. What this lady described is a transaction, but notice how she threw in the word covenant. Throwing in the word covenant gives this entire statement some sort of religious validation. But covenant is intended to replace the word transaction. Your husband owes you provision, and in return, you owe him sexual intimacy. That is sex work. I'm actually not even against the concept of a man owing a woman provision and therefore what she's going to trade off is physical intimacy. If that is what she's comfortable with doing with her husband, if she feels that the provision she's receiving is worth her trading the physical intimacy for, then we have a great deal. We got a great contract in place because, you know, marriage is a contract, right? And I think people are very...
No. Marriage is actually a covenant. Nigerian, what's the name? Marriage is supposed to be a covenant between God, man, and woman, in which y'all together honor God, obey his commandments, be fruitful and multiply, and do this thing the right way. We made it into a business contract because one of us is always saying they always getting a short end of the stick despite not contributing anything to the said relationship. Ironically, they don't want to go 50-50 before or even during the so-called relationship, aka marriage. But yet, when it's time to leave, and they're gonna leave, they want half of what you already have. So yes. It's supposed to be a covenant, but y'all made it into a contract. And why would any person, and it would still be a bad business move if you was a businessman, because why would you sign a contract with an entity, an individual that could literally get more rewards for breaking said contract?
Very ignorant of that. I think people are very in denial about the idea of what a contract is when we talk about marriage, because the presence of the white dress, the families, the hoo-ha of it all takes away from the fact that this is still a legal contract being signed between two people. We forget that this is still a contract. So someone made some commentary that I thought was really interesting. Someone said, so funny how part of the literal definition of a contractual transaction is that there is an exchange of consideration, i.e., something of value to each party. Also, in contract law is the concept of benefits and burdens. You may get a benefit, but you also have burdens/obligations to fulfill. A good contract is one where the benefits and burdens are equal, but a great contract is one when you get more benefits than burdens.
See? Right there. Right there. The eye she go right there. The eye she go, and she mean that shit. Yeah. We're gonna come right back to her. Let's go to TikTok real quick. And let's hear from wise elders from yesteryear that try to tell us about this that we are in. All right. Oh, hold on. Damn, you don't tell me I didn't save it. Don't tell me I didn't save it. Hold on. Here we go. Bam. All right, let's go right here.
CEOs, the smartest guys we know, we ask them when they took their biggest losses, right? They stop for a second and they think, and it's ups and downs in business, but it clearly says married and divorced as a column. That's the biggest investment. The most expensive thing we spend is time. When you invest your time and your energy into something and then it goes left, it feels crazy. But I'm watching, and when you say, what more do you want from me?
Listen, all right. Hold on. That was sorry. That's sorry. Damn. So we get to kill two birds with one stone with this clip. So we got 50 Cent, never married, lifetime bachelor. Still got played by his so-called baby mamas, even the latest one, Daphne Joy. Crazy word. But no alimony. That still got paid child support, but ain't that much. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. Tyrese married, I believe, twice. Married twice. Try to do the right thing twice. Last wife, basically married him to get his clout so she could go ahead, leave his ass, and start a whole YouTube career talking about relationships and how you can make your marriage work out, even though she couldn't make it out with an R&B singing movie star. This nigga sing R&B, be in movies, and even he is divorced twice. You can't make this ish up though. But let me go everyone just a little bit.
It feels crazy, but I'm watching, and when you say, what more do you want from me? Yo, listen. All right. That shit meant something to you. And I'm looking at, I know the feeling. I've been in child support court multiple times. Yeah, it's the same shit. It's like, okay, so now where's the friendship? The person that you thought was significant enough to make a significant other and it's to be honored in God's eyes. That's the only purpose of marriage. Outside of that, it's a bad fucking contract. It's a bad contract. The only contract you got to renegotiate to get to a good place is marriage. CEOs, the smartest guys we know, we I love Tyrese shit, right? Look, I hate when he's upset, bro. I hate that shit, bro.
I love you, man.
I swear to God.
Yo, 50, we hate when you're
Forbes,
upset.
the top of Forbes, right? 4,500 companies, CEOs, the smartest guys we know. If we ask where they took their biggest losses, right? They stop for a second and they think, and it's about because it's ups and downs in business. Yeah, but
remember, look, it's ups and downs in business. Even you know. The Bible even say, man, you really ain't should have really no good. I mean, you shouldn't really have business partners. It's a lot of tomfoolery and usury when you have business partners, especially when the devil. But if you decide to, look, how can I say this? When you going down, if two or more are going down the same path, you are in agreement. Just because a woman, a woman, I hate to say this, if you basically keep on following a man, be around a man all the good time, right? And despite the fact all that stuff that you be talking outside of your neck, you do know that when you follow that man, you in agreement right then and there. Because two or more cannot walk the same path unless they are in agreement. So you must be in agreement when you saw the nigga and thought he might be able to go ahead and take care of you. You know, he strong and dumb enough to go ahead and manipulate. But once you don't get what you want, and you find out he ain't as dumb as you think he is, then y'all want to go ahead, cry foul, do all this other time, you know, y'all want to do all this babble on the internet talking about what y'all ain't gonna do, what you gonna do, until that day come when all that don't matter, when dudes ain't coming after you no more anyway. And I found it ironic once you know, we got Tracy Ellis Ross and now Mary J. Blige, you know, women that basically used to love saying they was happy being single, no kids, not being tied down to a man. Now they basically knocking on 60. Mary J. Blige and Tracy Ellis Ross, I ain't gonna lie, now both of them, I know I might have to go ahead and do a spit start on the motherfuckers, but it is what it is. I'll still take both of them down. At 60, they want to go and say, yeah, I get a little lonely. Maybe I should. I kind of regret not having kids, but maybe I'm ready for a relationship. At 60. Hey, millennial chicks and Gen Zs, I hope y'all been watching y'all aunties, especially the single rich ones y'all claim they are. But look, in 10, 15 more years, that's gonna be you. And you see how ruthless Gen Z is. Imagine Gen Alpha coming up right behind them. Yeah.
Clearly says married and divorced. It's a column. Yeah. That's the biggest investment. The most expensive thing we spend is time. When you invest your time and your energy into something and then it goes left, it feels crazy. But I'm watching, and when you say, what more do you want from me? I'm like, yo, listen, that shit, I go, whoa. And I'm looking at, I know the feeling. I've been in child support court multiple times. Yeah, it's the same shit. It's like, okay, so now where's the friendship? Right. You lost it. Like you said, the person that you thought was significant enough to make a significant other and it to be honored in God's eyes. That's the only purpose of marriage. Yep. Outside of that, it's a bad fucking contract. It's a bad contract. The only contract you got to renegotiate to get to a good place is marriage. They give you a bad one to start, right? If you don't do nothing and you do it, bad idea. Bad fucking idea.
Bad fucking idea. Ironically, if she calls marriage slavery and still wants a wedding, believe the wedding. If she compares wives to sex workers, she already told you the frame. Don't play house in a brothel argument. No license without a prenup, 50 is not being funny there. No license without a prenup. I mean, and don't put your life on hold for a woman who thinks your success is her unpaid shift. I'm just saying. And love who you want. Don't give the court a key. That's my thing. I'm going to play a couple more, and then we're going to get up out of here. It's almost time for me to go ahead and get to my real job. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and hear from, let's hear from fellow comedian out there and a legend in the game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to TK Kirkland. Let's hear what TK Kirkland got to say.
You shouldn't get married. I think that marriage in and of itself is an outdated concept. The legalities involved in it.
Could you please say that one more time?
Marriage is an outdated
concept. No one is thinking about what you just said.
Yes.
It's powerful.
It made sense hundreds of years ago.
Yes.
It had to do with families and livestock and, you know, children and so forth. But these days, I remember me and Michael Jai White and his beautiful wife had a conversation about this. And they were saying how the best thing that happened in their lives was getting divorced. They wouldn't have met each other if they were still married.
Right.
And we were talking about this concept of it's cheaper to keep her. One of the stupidest concepts ever created. What you're saying is, because this divorce is going to be so costly, I'm going to stay in this unhappy marriage. A lot of people stay in these bad situations because they know how messy and expensive the divorce is. And money to get the top-notch divorce lawyers, because let me tell you, I've gone through divorces, man. And, you know, I meet people in the hallway. I see them coming out of these courtrooms crying because they don't have a lawyer.
Crying.
I lost everything. I lost all my child custody, and now I got to pay her this and that. It's not made for that, man. If you find someone you like, you stay with them, and at the point that either one of you does not want to be in that situation anymore, you can walk away. You shouldn't get married.
Yep. Hold on. Let's
if you're laying in bed one day and you commit your life 30, 40 years, that person's looking at that wall, you look at the other side of the wall, but one day that person wakes up and says,
Zone 84, what's going
I don't
on,
want to
bro?
be with you anymore. How can you handle it? So men and women who are in relationships understand that when you get together, this is part of the game. There's no guarantee. You pray and hope every day of your life. Try to do the right thing because you don't want to push the needle too fast to destroy it.
Well, I think for me, this is yet another example of why you shouldn't get married. I think that marriage in and of itself is an outdated concept. The legalities involved in it.
Could you please say that one more time?
Marriage
is an outdated concept. No one is thinking.
Wouldn't get married.
Oh, no.
You've never been married?
Never been married. No, I don't believe in that shit.
You ever thought about?
I think about marriage every day.
Every day?
Every day. I
To a
think about
particular
marriage.
person?
Anybody. Like I was in the probably marry her.
You've never been in love, TK?
I'm always in love. I'm in love right
TK,
now.
stop.
You're in love with
You
her
know what
right
I'm
now.
telling you,
Like right now.
TK, stop. You know what I'm asking you.
Yeah, no.
You never been in love with a person, a girl.
No. I would never allow myself to be vulnerable like that for someone. Because here's the thing about real life.
That's what
you in bed with your girl, you're gonna give her your life, and the girl gonna give you your life. She looks at one wall, you look at the other wall. And one day that person wakes up and say, I don't want to be with you no more. And you undedicated your motherfucking life. And as you said, it's a risk. That's not a risk I'm willing to gamble. Yeah. I can't put most of y'all right now got your lives in somebody else's hand. Your life is in someone else's hands. Whether that person, whatever that person does, if they do success, you're happy. That person dies, you fucked up. Right? If a person cheats, you emotionally fucked up. I can never allow someone to have that type of control over me.
Bingo. See, when we say that now, they saying that we scared of commitment. We're not being real men. You know what I'm saying? But they said the same thing. It was perfectly fine. When TK breaks it down with common sense and actual world experience, lived experience. I mean, he is 60-something years old. You know what I'm saying? He could tell you like, yeah, nah. And salute to the OG. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the OG. Hold on.
This is yet another example of why you shouldn't get married. I think that marriage in and of itself is an outdated concept. The legalities.
Wait. No, that was another clip. Oh, here you go.
Is there ever a point in time where you regret not getting married?
Hell fucking no.
Or like you ever think like, dang, there was like one that got away.
Any woman I've ever dated, she could have been the one pretty much, right? But you got to sacrifice something in life for success.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to. I had to sacrifice relationships because there's no way I'm giving this up. For someone to have me in their life, they got to know that if I got to go do something, I'm going to go do it. There ain't going to be no other female involved. I just want to go do it, and I don't have to explain myself.
Right.
If I got to go to Paris, if I got to go to Berlin, I want to be able to go without someone saying to me, I want to go with you. But my stuff is usually planned years in advance. And I know that I have to be able to do what I want to do when I need to do it.
Is there ever a point in time where you regret not getting married?
See, yeah, when we start talking like that, they call us toxic. We are commitment folks and all that.
You said a lot of kids don't have fathers in their life because their mother is trying to prove a point.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, I felt that one.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw when you
y'all gonna ask about what about the kids though, Mr. O? What about the kids though? Yeah. Them crumb crushers gonna be all right. We have not had a successful marriage or marriage rate. Literally, can you all literally go down one black block in any black community, ghetto or not, and find a whole block filled with black married couples? I don't think we had that phenomenon since last phenomenon since 1995. And which was already in decline since 1965. And here we in 2026, which is another 30 years after that. We 60 years of not having properly married or conventional households. I know we still got people that's married 50 plus years, but how many of those is going to be around in the next 10? The ones that have been married for 40, how many of them are going to be around the next 10 years? Let's continue.
And you didn't leave a comment, but you liked it.
Yeah.
And here's to the women about what Vlad just said. I've been through a lot, especially one of my kids' moms. And used to try to throw hate, shade, used to try to keep my child away from me. And I know that she goes on these interviews or watch them and then tries to reach out to my daughter before I can get to my daughter just to prove, so she can prove a point that your dad could be lying. What she has not understood now is my daughter's older now. She sees through the bullshit. And no matter what this person says to her, my daughter comes back and tells me, and we have a father and daughter conversation about it. So I'm good with life, and I want men to understand one thing. One day your child grows up. Just gotta stand the test of time. If you can hang in there, depending on that woman, you can. If you got it in you, I mean, you got to have it in you. Cause some guys say F it. But if you can hang on until that child gets a certain age, I promise you, it'll work in your favor.
Let me ask you a question, right? If you look at all the kids that are being raised by their mothers,
yes,
what percentage of it is the father being a deadbeat versus the mother creating a situation where the father cannot be in that child's life?
I think the mother creating a situation that the father can't be in the child's life. But here's what women don't understand. Most of the time when you're having sex, first, sex makes babies, not love. Let's make sure we're clear.
Right.
Mostly everybody is broke when you have sex when you're young.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of the time.
Yeah, right.
People are broke, right?
Of course.
Here's the game, ladies. If you listen to me, this change your life. If the man you had a baby with is broke, be kind to that gentleman. Be respectful. Let him see his kid. Because one day the tables may turn. And that man will grow up to be a very successful man. And if you gave him hell, if you took him through the ringer, and he gets to where he has to get to, you're gonna feel it.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you now.
Oh
You
yeah.
said a lot of.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And this person's commentary was in response to me sharing on my stories screenshots of people pulling my name into the conversation and being like, remember when Slumflower said sex work?
All right, we done with that part. Oh, let me go ahead and find. We're gonna end with some old Marv. Gonna end with some old Marv. Here we go. Bring old Marvin up to the screen real quick.
Phases my music's gone through. I write my music according to my lifestyle. If I'm sad, I write sad music. If I'm being divorced, I write divorce albums. If I'm sexy, if I feel hot, horny or something, I'll write a horny album. Ben, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. It's a result of 3 or 4 things. One, my property at the time, and we weren't getting on at all. First, and I couldn't see him. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you. $4 million. I forgot to tell you that. I just want everybody to know why I got the heck out of Dodge.
Hold on. Yeah.
Singing it with that it, one of my great passions are cars and
women.
Well, some are slow.
Women. Hold on.
Which gets me in a lot of trouble.
Cars and women.
I guess. Yeah.
Fast cars, fast women.
Well, some are slow.
Cars or the women?
Both.
Okay. Taxes.
Oh, I owe lots of taxes. He used what Caesar wants. I can't fight Caesar.
Love.
Love?
Love. Here we go.
What about love?
What about love? That's what. How do you feel about love?
I don't know. Love is misery.
What was that, Marvin? How do you feel about love?
I don't know. Love is misery. Love is miserable. I think I'll be a bachelor and I'll swing and I won't fall in love. I'll just be loveful, be kind and good and have fun. I don't feel like being miserable.
Marriage.
Miserable.
What did you say, Marvin?
Good and have fun. I don't feel like being miserable.
Marriage.
Miserable. Miserable. Except you find the right that is your soulmate, and that takes a lot of looking. I'll never marry again until I know I'm ready and that I have the right lady and the right consciousness and a good girl who don't fool around too much and all that stuff,
Sex.
Sex. Oh God. Sex is marvelous.
Love is miserable.
And
marriage is miserable.
And sex is great. Yeah, that's about right for me right now. No, there is quite a separation between the two as far as I'm concerned. I think that sex is really sex and love is love. And if you happen to love the person that you're having sex with, that's tremendous. But I really see a complete separation in the two that's totally unrelated to me.
Chewing gum.
I love it.
We can tell. We can tell, motherfucker. You go over there maxing and chewing on that motherfucker. Oh, man.
I did this on the Grammys, I heard. I did it, blew a big bubble. I was nervous because I didn't know if I'd win or not. And I was just blowing sort of this bubble, Somebody said, Jesus, you got this blob of gum on TV. Most terrible thing we've ever seen. It's awful, huh? Well, if you like them, you stop. If it's a bug.
No, actually, I knew you were gonna be chewing, and I didn't want you to feel all alone.
You brought me a package, huh? Or you're gonna chew with me?
Chew with you.
Bless your heart.
You want to chew? You need a fresh stick.
No. Actually, I've got this habit. I could never figure where to store it. Thank you. So my dad sort of stores it behind his ear here.
Mm.
And when I need a quick, I always store it behind there. And I can
How's the
pop
flavor
out.
when it comes back?
Well, it's good because I keep my ears very clean for that purpose.
Mm.
All right, we done right here, man. We done. Shout out to Tom Joyner, to a living legend of the broadcast game. Me and him actually went to the same media school. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tom Joyner. You know what I'm saying? Alumni. I guess that'll be it for today. You know, we wrote down a lot of things in this short little podcast. You know what I'm saying? Marriage is a scam, but not for women. It's a scam for men, and they've been trying to get us back to sign up for that scam, and which we are not. Best of luck to this, I guess, mainstream media, these simps and these feminists that are trying to get dudes back on the plantation, but ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. But let me see the what's the name from the poll. But how do I find it? Let me see the results from the poll. Oh, dang it. Dang it. I'm trying to find the I put a poll up. They go to what's nope. Oh, here you go. Stop poll. All right, let's see the results. Here we got some. Oops. Yeah, I had that the wrong what's name. I guess nobody hit the what's next, so we ain't got no results. But mainly it's just for the women. So marriage is a scam for men at the end of the day. Yep. For the playback, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all you know what I'm saying, do me a favor.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to choose to donate, you can sock it to my pocket at Cash App, $mensrights 070. And you can hit my email if you want to go ahead and support the content.
Don't you want your donuts right? Oh, hey, don't you ever fuck with me, boy. Do you know me now? I'm a bad man.
And this has been brought to you by...
This is an American Douchebag Productions.
I might be back here later on tonight, you know, to do the midnight hour. You know what I'm saying? Send me some clips. Send me a topic through my email. It's on my channel description. Yeah, something you want to have discussed on this beautiful podcast of mine. Other words, I'm going ahead and come back and right back at y'all. Hopefully tonight, if not tonight, hopefully tomorrow. And again, it has been Mr. O with the info, giving what you need to know. But you ain't here for me though. Yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe on your way out. Peace.
Mr. O with the info.